What is up, guys? Football Manager Tactics here, and welcome to episode 5 of my Football Manager Moneyball playthrough. I hope you guys are good. I'm really good this time, and I'll tell you exactly why now. So, I will show you our schedule. I had said that I was going to do another update after the end of the January transfer window, but I decided not to because there wasn't really that much to report on. I'd signed a couple of players, but nothing really major. Nothing major happened on the outgoings either. So I said I'd continue on with the league and see how we got on. So last when I left off, we were drawn against Blackpool in the FA Cup third round. And I was quite hesitant about this game. I didn't know what to expect because Blackpool, yes, they were in the championship, and they are a championship team, which means they are two divisions above us. But I didn't expect this at all. We bet them 5-1. We absolutely destroyed them. So beating them set up a fourth round tie against Millwall. I'll get to that in a minute. Our league form was kind of stuttering around this time. We bet Shrewsbury at home 2-1. Mansfield 1-1. We drew at home. Portsmouth then we lost 1-0 away to a late goal from Ryan Taylor, which was disappointing. And then we had Millwall at home in the fourth round of the FA Cup. And again, I think Millwall were a division above us. I'm not sure actually what division they're in. Are they in League 1 or the Championship? They're in the Championship as well. So, another Championship opposition that we had to face. We drew 1-1 at home, which wasn't the worst result. It did force a replay, which wasn't ideal because being in League 2, we have an awful lot of games. So I wasn't too keen on having the replay, but it was good to continue our cup run. After that then we went to York away, beat them 2-0, and then we drew 1-1 at home to Bury. And then another absolute mental surprise here, we played away at Millwall and we beat them 2-1 in their ground. So I was absolutely delighted with that. It meant that we could continue our cup run. But once I seen who we got drawn against, I knew our run was over. We got drawn against Liverpool. And we lost that game 5-0. We had no chance in this whatsoever. They even put out like a second string team and they absolutely walloped us. So that was disappointing. But look, we got to the fifth round of the FA Cup, which we were only expected to get to the second. So that was brilliant. And it brought in some much needed revenue as well for us. I think in total it probably got us about 300,000, maybe a little bit more. I'll have a look at that in a minute and I'll show you our finances because that's another thing that I want to talk about. So then our league form was reasonable enough then for the next month or so. We beat Oxford 2-1 at home, then we lost 2-1 away to Dagenham and Redbridge, which was quite annoying. Then we won 1-0 at home against Newport County. Exeter then we beat them away 3-0, lost 2-1 away to Hartlepool. They scored in I think it was the 93rd minute. I don't know why it says +1 there. Maybe it was like the 91st minute or whatever. But that was really annoying, and that was a kind of tough to take. Then we went on a little mini run of 1-0 results. 2 at home against Accrington and Southend, and then away to Tranmere. And then after that we lost 1-0 to Stevenage. Drew 2-2 with Plymouth. We beat Wickham 2-0 at home. And then we played Luton 3-1, or we played Luton away, bet them 3-1. And then, as far as I know, when we won this game, the Carlisle game, so when we played this Carlisle game, this game was crucial. And this was a nice little run that we have going at the moment. Now, we still have one game left in the League 2, but it doesn't really matter because after we won the Carlisle game 2-0, we were crowned champions. So we have won League 2. Burton have won League 2. They were expected to finish, I think we were expected to finish 4th or 5th, but we have absolutely dominated League 2. We finished 15 points ahead of our nearest second place rival, Portsmouth, and we scored 5 more goals and conceded 6 less goals. So all in all, a very, very successful season. We've also finished 17 points ahead of third place. So that really sets us up very nicely for next season in League One. Dominic Samuel at the moment is the top goal scorer in the league on 22. He's also the best average rating performing player at 7.27, closely followed by Remy Cilia at 7.23. And then Shane Cancel-Sheriff is close enough behind as well in fourth on 7.16. Dominic Samuel as well, dominating the most player of the match awards on 6. And Mikael Salomon has kept 18 clean sheets, which puts him in third place for the Golden Glove Award. So hopefully he can keep clean sheet in the next game and these two concede, and then we'll see what happens then. But it'd be nice for Salomon to win an award because he has been fantastic as well. So I just wanted to show you one thing as well. So around about this time when we were kind of losing every now and again, can I go, where do I go? I have to show you my injury thing. We had like 6 or 7 injuries at one stage. Is it in team report? No. It doesn't matter anyway. But we had like 6 or 7 players injured at one stage. Both left backs and both right backs actually were injured for a couple of games, so that was a bit of a nightmare. We had to kind of juggle things around, but we managed it, and we ended up winning the league, which was great. In terms of average rating, Dominic Samuel has been our best player, along with John McLaughlin. Remy Cilia. McLaughlin hasn't really played that many games, so he doesn't really count. Cancel-Sheriff, and then Maynard, Jerome Sinclair, who I'll get to now in a minute, and Phil Edwards have been up there as well. So in the January transfer window, I decided that I wanted another striker because I wasn't really happy with Mosquito. He's supposed to be the best striker in the club, but he hasn't really been doing much for me. I'll show you his stats now in a minute. But I went to Liverpool, and I asked if we could take Sinclair on loan. And the best thing is, again, no wages. They were more than happy just to send him out to me. And he has been fantastic for us. He scored 8 goals in 12 appearances for us, which is brilliant. Exactly the kind of return that I wanted. So I'm really happy with that. I would like to maybe try and keep hold of him again for next season. Maybe if I can ask Liverpool if they'll send him back to us for a season loan again. Because he has shown that he has the potential to be a very good player for us. In terms of Mosquito, he has not been very good though. He started off the season with an absolute bang, and he had, I think, 8 or 9 goals in the first couple of months. Since then though, he's really, really stalled. He's scored 12 goals in total. And I'm not too impressed with him. I would maybe look to sell him, because he's still worth quite a little bit, especially for a team of our size. Transfer fee of that size would be astronomical for us, and we could really put it to good use. So I might look to offload him. I'll see at the end of the season whether it's worth keeping him or not. But I'm probably leaning more towards getting rid of him, because the benefits far outweigh the negatives for me at the moment. In terms of goals then, we had Dominic Samuel on 24 for the season, and 3 assists. He's been absolutely amazing. Mosquito then with 12 goals and 5 assists. Jerome Sinclair with 8 goals and 1 assist. And then he's on loan at the moment. We've had Asamoah had 4 goals, 6 assists. Matt Palmer with 4 goals, 7 assists. Kenji Gore, 4 goals, 1 assist. He's been alright. He's not as great as I thought he would have been, but still, we got him on a free, not paying him any wages, so why not? Lucas Atkins then, 4 goals, 3 assists. Adam McGurk, 4 goals. Cancel-Sheriff, 3 goals, and on and on and on. So, there's been a lot of goals throughout the team. We're not really dependent, well, we kind of are dependent on Dominic Samuel a little bit, but there's other players within the squad as well that are chipping in with goals, and that's exactly what I like to see. So, in terms of transfers, where did we leave off? So yeah, we signed Oliver Gueguen, so I'll just call him Gueggy from now on. Then we signed Federico Vega on a free transfer. He's a right back He's actually been quite good for us as well. He's pretty solid at right back. And it's the only reason I signed him is because Phil Edwards was starting to show that he can't really be dependable. So I scouted far and wide for a solid right back that was available on a free. I found this guy, I gave him a trial. He impressed on the trial. Well, he didn't really have a chance to impress because he couldn't play, but my coaches were pretty much raving about him. So I decided to offer him a contract. He's on a 650 a week per contract as well, which is not too bad at all. But he's only 22 as well, so he's definitely one for the future. His potential ability looks quite good there as well. So I'm hoping to bring him along the leagues with me as well. Then we brought, again, Jerome Sinclair on loan. And then on Regen Day, we had 2 signings. And I'm really, really excited about both of these. So first off is Frances Fabre. He is a defensive midfielder. He's only 14. And I've played him in a couple of games recently because we've won the league, so we might as well just give our youth some experience. But he has the potential to be quite special. I signed him on a free contract from La Berachon. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, he's going to be very good. And then we have Raymond Vincent as well, who's he's very versatile actually. He's natural in several positions. So he's a left mid, left attacking mid, centre attacking mid, and a striker. He can play any of those, and this guy is going to be amazing. I just know he's going to be a superstar for us. His potential ability as well is 4 stars, probably a little bit more as well. But he is going to be an absolute beast of a player for us. He's only 15. I played him in a couple of games as well. So I'm looking to bring him up through the leagues as he gets older as well. But I just know for a fact that he is going to be an absolute beast of a player for us. And that's it. In terms of outs, we haven't really had any more. We've sent a few more players on loan just to get them some experience because they weren't playing. But other than that, yeah, there's not really much on the transfer news. In terms of finances now, this is where I was most excited. So, back kind of near the start of the season and maybe towards the midpoint of the season, we were actually in the red and we were predicted that we were going to make a loss of just under €1 million. So I think it was a loss of around 930,000 euro, which I wasn't really too keen on. And our cup run has really helped us. So you can see that our balance around this time, this is when we went on our little cup run and it just shot up, absolutely shot up. So we earned a lot of money from the cups and that's put us in a really healthy financial situation for the size of the club. So at the moment we're sitting just on 1.1 million, which is fantastic. We'll have $1 million going into next season. We're projected to make 1.35 million by the end of the season, so that's brilliant. I don't think we've been paid out on our league positions for our final league yet, so I'm really happy about that. This is exactly what I'm all about with Moneyball, is trying to build a team that can be successful while making money as well and being able to sustain itself financially. And that is the whole idea behind this series. And so far, it's so good. I mean, we're, for a League 2 team, a balance of this with no debt as well is pretty good. We started off the season as well with, I think, 30% transfer revenue available. So now we've been given 50%. Our budgets as well have been set for next season. So our budget is set at 199,000. And our wage budget is near enough 60,000. So that's pretty much an extra 20,000 or so we've had on our wages, which will give us more room to bring in more players for maybe who are League 1 standard. There's a few players in the squad at the moment who I'm not too keen on bringing into League 1 with me. So let's have a look and see who we're going to get rid of. Now, obviously we're going to have a lot of people leaving. So Darrell Lenihan is going to leave. I'm not sure whether I'll bring him back. Kenji Gore is going to leave as well. Sinclair is going to leave and Dominic Samuel is going to leave. I'd like to bring back Samuel and Sinclair, to be honest. And we'll see. I would like another centre mid as well, but someone who is capable in League 1. So in terms of players that I'm definitely getting rid of, Stuart Bevan has to go. He's on 2,400 a week. He's still worth a decent amount, but he's 30. He's not playing. I haven't played him at all this season. I've no reason to play him. He needs to go. I need to get him off the wage budget, more so than anything. I don't really care about the transfer fee I get for him, but I would like to get him off the wage budget just to free that up for other players who actually deserve it. John McLaughlin as well, I'm probably going to let him go. I don't fancy really bringing him up through the leagues with me. He's 27 now, which means he should be kind of coming close into his prime as a goalkeeper. He's not that great. He's not going to get much better, so why keep him? Salomon, I'll keep. Lee Lucas, he did a job for us. I'll see how he performs next season in the League One. I'm not sure whether he'll be cut out for League One, but we'll see. So I'll bring him along. Gweggy as well, we'll keep him. Obviously, these two guys are being kept. Craig Reed as well, he's one for the future. George Taft, again, one for the future, but I suppose he's 22, so he's a few years left. I'll see what he's like next season. Maynard, I'll hold on to him for the time being. Same with Cilia. Fopala, he's one for the future. Same with Ayer, but he's a great player anyway. Vega, I'm going to hold on to him. McCrory, I'm probably going to let leave because, again, he's on a sizable enough wage. And he's only cover at the moment, and I'm sure we can find a better cover for left back than McCrory on cheaper wages as well. Musinho or Muzino, I'm not sure about him. He's versatile, which is what I like about him. He can play either central defence, defensive midfield, or mid centre. So I like that, but he's on $2,000 a week, so I'm not sure. Cancel Sheriff, I'll probably let him go, to be honest. He has been outstanding for us, but he's getting on a bit. He's 32 now. He's on a reasonable enough wage as well. I don't know if he'll be cut out for League One. I'll keep him around for maybe until January, and we'll see what happens. If he's not really playing that much, I'll probably let him go. Same goes for Phil Edwards as well. I know he's the club captain, but I'd say we can probably get in better players than these two for League One. Robbie Weir, I'll hold on to him. He's decent enough. Stefan Maletic, he's more than likely going to be cover as a centre-back for next season. Adam McGurk, I don't know. I'll probably let him go, to be honest. He's on a sizable enough contract, and he's not really done the business for us, to be honest, this season. I thought coming into this that McGurk was supposed to be like the best player at Burton, because I was kind of watching League 2 a little bit over the season, and Adam McGurk, I think, had a phenomenal season in real life in League 2, so I was expecting big things from him, but unfortunately it didn't really turn out to be that way, so I'll probably let him go. Lucas Atkins, I don't know, I'll see about him as well. I'll probably let him go as well. Again, sizable contract, and he's not really predicted to get much better, and he's 26 as well. So he is in his prime, which means, you know, he can only really go downhill from here after this. So I'd say we can probably sign better cover in the mid-right position. Matt Palmer, I'll hold on to him. Asamoah is another one that I'll probably look to get rid of. He hasn't really been too good for us this season. Yeah, I know he has an average rating of 7.10, but his return for the positions that I'm playing him in hasn't been good enough for me, in fairness. He's played 28 games as well, so he needs to... I'll give him a chance in League 1, but he needs to prove himself. As soon as Marcus Harness comes back, I'll hold on to him. He might be alright as cover. And then again, Sinclair Samuel, I'm going to try and hold on to it. Mosquito as well, I'm going to see if I can offload him. But that's it, guys. In terms of everything, I'm absolutely over the moon that we were able to bring success to the club on our first season. So we've been promoted into League 1. I'm not sure actually if Burton have ever been in League 1. Let's just check that now. History. Wait now. So yeah, we've never actually been in League 1. We've never been in League 1. So we've actually made history in our first season in charge with Burton Albion in getting us promoted to League 1. So that's brilliant. That's really, really good. So I'm looking to build on that now. Obviously, the board are really happy with me as well. So I'm pretty much untouchable at the moment. But they are of the same opinion as me, that Mosquito hasn't been performing as well as he should have been. So it probably is time to let him go. But yeah, other than that, I've nothing else more to say. Looking forward now to the next season. I'm going to see if I can arrange some really interesting friendlies for pre-season. So yeah, we'll see about that. But that's all from me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this first season. And there's plenty more to come. Don't worry about that. But I'm over the moon with how we've been doing. And I hope you've been following along as well, and you've been just as happy as I am. And make sure you keep an eye out, because I am going to be continuing this very shortly, and we'll be going into season 2 in League 1. But from me, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Football Manager Tactics, and I'll see you in my next video.